Greetings humans, welcome back to Grand Prix World and the Arrows playthrough. We are about to embark on the 2005 season. You join me for rounds 1 and 2 of said season. We have a lot of big decisions to make, he says dramatically. First of all, Giancarlo Fisichella, multiple world champion, has his contract up for renewal. Pedro Diniz is with us for one more season and he's obviously the current reigning champion. We should take a look at the old driver market. You guys haven't left any comment yet as to your feelings on promoting Carl Eisen. I think it's probably a bit late for him now, but maybe we can find another young driver to give a chance to. Diniz and Fisichella are remarkably evenly matched. Actually, looking at the numbers, Diniz is actually better from a statistical standpoint by 1 point. And Diniz pays us 9.6 million a season, whereas Fisichella costs us 5 million. I think it's a no-brainer that we're going to keep Diniz beyond the terms of his current deal, assuming he doesn't choose to leave us. Fisichella, on the other hand, we have a few options open to us. Let's see if any young drivers are actually still young. Nope. 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 They're all in their mid-30s now. Let's see who's actually available. No Emmanuel Collard, no. Yeah, there's no one really that I would consider a no-brainer lower down. Celso Moriera is someone that I could be tempted by. Alexander Wurz as well. That would leave Fisichella to slide comfortably into a Ferrari seat. We also have the opportunity to hire someone like Coulthard or Johnny Newhouse, but I really don't know why we would. And again, that would likely strip Diniz of any chance to win another championship. I'm very interested to see how this season pans out, actually. Wurz is better as well than Fisichella. I'm going to extend him an offer and hope that you guys are okay with it. I'm going to offer him 2.8 million for a 2-season deal. And I'm going to make that offer. Okay, he's not happy with that. What about Moriera? He costs next to nothing. His skill levels are really going to be lacking. But it gives us a chance to bring in an element of the driver development program. Let's see what he says. He's not prepared to drive with Pedro Diniz. We can try extending an offer again next turn. Then the other option, in my humble opinion, then would be to see if we can't extend Fisichella's contract with a very minor pay increase. No. See, the thing is, like, he's saying, first of all, he doesn't want to drive with Diniz. I'm pretty sure that'll go away after a round or two. But I just don't see why we should pay so much for a driver who's now going to be comparably poorer. I just don't get it. Final offer will go to Carl Eisen, and then you guys have to let me know if we don't make a decision beforehand. It might be that drivers start to be snapped up and we have to make a decision. We will offer him equal number 1 driver for 2 seasons. He needs a bigger championship bonus. Well, that's okay. We can work with some of these restrictions. Let's see what happens next round. Ian Phillips is in his last season with the team. Rob Armstrong is a potential replacement for him. Stefano Domenicali and Ekrem Sami have both been fired. That's excellent. Do you know, that means we should be able to get them for less than we would otherwise. I'm going to offer Ekram Sami a 3-year deal. He won't take 4%. What about you? Will you go down to 5%? No, you won't. I don't like to go over 5%. I don't see a reason for it. What about Robbie Armstrong? No, okay, well, we'll figure that out next round. On the design front, we could extend Loic Biguar's contract. Given that he's an eighth of the cost, near enough, compared to Rory Byrne, I think that makes financial sense. We're going to give him a pretty significant pay increase because he's designed 2 championship-winning cars now. And I think that deserves to be rewarded. He's not happy because we don't have any sponsors yet, but give us a chance. Gary Anderson's under contract for another season. Nigel Stepney we definitely want to retain thanks to his blossoming relationship with Juan Pedro Diniz. He's no longer 5-star though, which is a bit of a shame. But he is cheaper than Carl Gaden, so we're going to go for it. Let's see if we can conclude one deal this time. No, he wants a bigger championship bonus. Okay, well, we're running the risk that we might lose a few bods, but nevertheless, it's all good in the hood. Did we upgrade the factory? Yes, we did. That means we can begin hiring more people. We have 17 million in the bank, which is too much. It means that we've become, if there can be such a thing, we've become too profitable. And that means we need to start spending that money to ensure a continued period of dominance. This is now, this is the season where I feel we can begin to be incredibly aggressive. We can be very, very, very risk-friendly as opposed to risk-averse. Sod it, yeah, I'll hire another apprentice, why not? That means we can spend more money, we can, particularly as we've got this money coming in from Diniz, we can also develop at a much higher rate than we could previously. The wind tunnel I'm not going to order just yet. I'm going to order the workshop though. Let's head over to the design office, get a head start on next year's car. That always helps. We will put 50% of our guys on next season's car, maybe even 60. Get it blasted out nice and early. We're also going to aim to get as many developments on this season's car as is possible. We've got some technology deficits that we have to fix rather urgently. I'm going to go for performance on the brakes first, actually. Normally I chase reliability first, but I think in this case it makes sense that we get the brakes in working order. Overall, I'm quite disappointed with how this car looks, but this is why we have to start being quite aggressive. It could be that we have a developmental hangover from last season. That can happen. In my opinion, we didn't do anything to encourage it, but it seems that for whatever reason we've designed, at least on a technological front, a poor car. It means we've got quite a bit of work to do to bring it in line. We have no idea yet how competitive we are. We haven't put a tyre on the track. But with the extra money that we have available to us, we are going to have to start pushing fast, pushing early, and making sure that we undo any deficit that is inherent to the car, which can be a thing. The factory is at top level now, nothing more to worry about there. We have work steels in place for everything. That means testing becomes super duper important. We are going to run maximum testage. It's going to cost us the best part of $1 million, but we're going to do it, and we're going to put a lot of mechanics on it as well. We want to be... I'm going to put 5% on here, and I'll only put 5% here as well, actually. We want to be making serious inroads. Let's go 40 on him, nothing on him. Engine in particular, we have a lot of work to do, we know that. We need... I think a split like this could actually be quite good. Yeah, God, it's hard. It is actually difficult. I think Dennis should be doing tyre testing. Absolutely, he should. Let's see what we get out of that. I think the Forschung is going to suffer, but that's okay. Actually, it didn't suffer too badly. The main thing is we completed the development stage straight away, which means from the next round onwards we can already begin unlocking updates to the to this year's car. We have a 60% handling score, which is a lot lower than I would have hoped for. That doesn't bode well for the season opener. Let's begin making the improvements we need, however. We've got a heat problem and a reliability problem inherent to the car. I'm going to go for a reliability and weight upgrade first. On the tyres, the full wets are a problem. So we are going to immediately address that. You never know when you need them, but you do need them. Because the hard and the soft compound look fine right now, the intermediates look pretty good. Over on Race Fuel Town, we're going to get a power upgrade. Excellent, that's all ordered, everybody is happy. Right, let's hope we didn't use too many mechanics and we can now upgrade the cars. Repair the cars. We can, and best of all, the cars seem to be quite hardy. I mean, they did a lot of testing there, but the overall wear rate seems pretty acceptable. And we know now we've got a cushion in terms of mechanics. Right, we have got a lot of contracts to negotiate. Only tyres. Only tyres remain. We are going to be talking to Murano or Marlborough in reality. I'm going to put 40% on that deal. In terms of engines, let's see who we should be talking to. To be honest, I think we'll put out feelers. We'll see who gives us the best deal. So we'll put 5% on Mercedes-Benz, 5% on Ferrari, 5% on Peugeot, 5% on Ford. Let's just double check no one's entered the sport. They have not. Tyres we don't have to negotiate. We're going to stick with Mobil for our race fuels. That makes a lot of sense to me. We're going to... I need to set up this first of all. That gives us 9%. I'm going to make a start on... Actually, is PIAA available? Yeah, PIAA have been bros with us for a long time, so we're going to go for them first. We are going to take Murano. We are going to take Ford. Actually, no, we won't take Ford. We'll take PIAA. And we are going to take Mobil to the first Grand Prix. We're not going to take an engine supplier because we don't know if it really is going to be the one we stick with. Everything else looks good. The value of the team has gone up pretty noticeably. I'm going to... Actually, there's no need, is there? It's tempting to take advantage when you see a good price like that, but there's actually no need for me to do it. Right, it seems we're as ready as we're ever going to be for this Grand Prix. I've got a feeling we're going to suffer. Wow, our budget for next year looks pitiful by comparison to the 52 million we're bringing in this year. Right, let's see if our efforts to spend cash have worked out. We're going to keep both drivers pushing at roughly the same rate, just to get us through the first round, see how our reliability is, see how performance stacks up. We're going to treat both drivers evenly. There'll be no favoritism at this point, and they're just going to have to do the work. I'm going to put extra downforce on both cars. It is a street circuit after all, and I think help with the cornering speed wouldn't hurt. We're going to add all the driver aids, and I'm going to run both cars on the soft compound of tyre, I think. Yes. We'll run them both on the faster tyre, and we'll see how performance is, and then we'll begin looking at a split strategy or running the hard compounds in the next round. If it turns out we're completely dominant, then we can really start playing around, and I'm going to do my best to burn through as much of this 16 million as possible in the coming episodes. Let's begin that process. No, we didn't do something correctly. We didn't confirm this. That's why. Okay, so apparently Giancarlo Fisichella is number one. He shouldn't be, because Pedro Diniz is the world champion. Right, let's go down the concurrence, shall we? Giancarlo Fisichella and Pedro Diniz, third season in a row as teammates at Arrows. Michael Schumacher and Eddie Irvine reunite, only this time at Williams. Alexander Wurz is the team lead over at Ferrari, partnering Celso Moreira. Mika Salo and John Alesi team up at Sauber. That's a pretty strong team in my opinion. Johnny Newhouse leads things over at Minardi, teaming up with Luca Badoa. Jan Magnussen returns to Stewart to partner Emmanuel Collard, who's in his second or third season there now. David Coulthard and Mika Hakkinen reunite at McLaren. Jordan have Juan Pablo Montoya and Johnny Herbert. Prost are running Esteban Tuero and Alberto Marini. Benetton, who are way down the listings now, have an all-Japanese lineup, Takagi partnering Nakano, and Ricardo Rosset returns to Tyrrell to partner Stefan Sarazan, who's all French in that. 25 degrees and dry. We've already agreed to run both cars on the soft compound. Let's see where we end up. 5th and 6th, that's not too bad. That's pretty standard for us actually. We've never been strong qualifiers. Celso Moreira gets the first pole of this season on a 1:34.43, ahead of teammate Alexander Wurz on a 1:34.91. Juan Pablo Montoya's Jordan lines up third in front of teammate Johnny Herbert, 1:35.12, 1:36.18 respectively. Fisichella leads Diniz by more than that. By 5/10. Yeah, half a second and small change. Sorry, it's hard to do maths and talk. For 5th and 6th, Johnny Newhouse puts his Minardi in a respectable 7th. Eddie Irvine's Williams is 8th. David Coulthard takes 9th for McLaren, and Luca Badoa's Minardi rounds out the top 10. Kings of Loser Town are the Prosts yet again. Stewart and Tyrrell remain down in the bottom rungs of society as well. 25 degrees and light rain for race day, that could and has historically played to our advantage. We're going to double stop both cars. I think that's fine. Let's see. Not a bad start. Pedro Diniz takes the first win of the season, a 1:36.56.984. So he's more than 30 seconds down the road from Alexander Wurz in second. Michael Schumacher third for Williams. Eddie Irvine as well. Both Williams with a great recovery drive there, actually. Eddie Irvine taking fourth. Mika Hakkinen puts his McLaren fifth, and Johnny Herbert's Jordan takes the final points paying position. A lot of the strong qualifiers falling back down the rungs there. Driver error took out Giancarlo Fisichella. This is last season playing out all over again. Same for Mika Salo and Celso Moreira's Ferrari. Engine failure took Stewart, Minardi and Prost out of the running, and Luca Badoa's Minardi had an hydraulic failure, ensuring a double DNF for Minardi. Bad times at Minardi High. Pedro Diniz leads the Drivers' Championship after one round, 10 points. 4 points clear of Alexander Wurz in second. Michael Schumacher sits third currently, and Arrows have our rightful place at the top of the Constructors' Championship for the moment at least. Right. Let's see what offers are on the table. 28.5 million on the cards from Murano. Let's see how that compares to what we get at the moment. It's a little bit more than we get from Playlife, so that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and drop a success card on that and try and get that tidied up as soon as possible. Right. 8 million and 2 seasons is the potential works deal from Ford. Ferrari offer 10.6 million but only 1 season. 1 season and 11.2 million from Mercedes, and 1 season 11.4 million from Peugeot. I think again it seems that Ford are our friends. A multi-year deal is much better for us. It's a shame. I do like changing engine suppliers. I like the inherent challenge of making the relationship work and not knowing quite what you're going to get. But never mind. TV advantage goes on them. And on the fuel deal, we get a little bit extra money from Mobil next season, and PIAA will offer us 2.2 million for a single season, but that's fine. And I know it's not a multi-year deal, but it is our friends at PIAA, so it's going to happen. That means we could now kick them out and bring Ford back in for some VIP sponsorship love. Let me just save the game a moment. Okay, right. Let's check the news and see if anyone's betrayed us or been signed by anyone else. Pedro Diniz takes another win, and first pole position of his career for Celso Moreira, I believe. Accident took out Mika Salo. We had also problems with Giancarlo Fisichella, who did get the fastest lap, so maybe he would have won that race had he finished. Story of last season again. Both Williams in the top 6, which is pleasing to them. We had some problems during refueling for Jan Magnussen and Mika Hakkinen. Rory Byrne has signed for Ferrari, which means he's definitely not going to sign for us. And it seems likely Adrian Newey is going to end up at Williams, but I don't think it's been confirmed yet. Carl Gaydon as well may end up there too. So again, being ambitious, Williams. Sorry, dropping a few frames there. So the driver market is still open. On the commercial front, I'm going to hire some more bods. Make sure we're spending that dollar bills, y'all. Let's see if we can't extend another offer to Dominicali. No, he still won't. See if we can get him for 5%. Nope. So it looks like Rob Armstrong is our man. Let's see if we can't do something like this. No. What about Ian? If we can get him for 2 seasons, 2 million and 6%, I could probably live with it. Good job I saved when I did, because the game just crashed. Welcome to Grand Prix World. We were dealing with commercial things. It's a bit of a cheat now, really, because we get to extend some of those offers again and maybe get a different outcome, but I really don't want to go over 5% if I can avoid it. No, they still won't accept it. Which means to me it's better to take Rob Armstrong than it is Ian Phillips because Rob Armstrong is cheaper. So we'll put him 3 seasons at 6%. He has to do 3 seasons at that rate or else I'm not going to bother. And he can have 1.28 million. That saves us 300,000. No, he still won't accept it. What a bastard. Right, 2 seasons, 2 million. Contract is too long. Okay, well, we'll keep trying. In the design office, it's Bigwa that we want. And we get him. Good, because that was actually quite close to being a problem for us. And we want Nigel Stepney. Perfection. Okay, let's spend some more of those Deniz dollars and make sure that we are hiring people. On the driver market front, Votes remains our prime target. We'll offer him a 2-season deal again. I know he said it was too long, but let's see. He wants more money again. Never mind. Fisichella just wants too much, in my opinion. He just wants too much. We'll give it another round. By doing that as well, it means it gives you guys a chance to let me know who you think we should be signing. This is the collaborative playthrough, so again, I always do welcome your feedback. In the design office, progress is progressy. We've got a bunch of technology to still worry about, so we'll keep pressing on there. How about driver aids? Any progress? A little. Let's upgrade that technology first of all. Get those better brakes on the cars. Build some spare parts, and we're going to run a buttload of testing again. It's always better, I think, to bear the brunt of your testing costs early in the season, so the effect of whatever it is you unlock with the testing is felt for a longer period throughout the season. Hopefully that makes sense. I'm sure it does. Yeah, we're going to run the same testing again, basically. I think progress on the race fuels was a little weak, but never mind. So we can begin working on a new front wing for this season's car. To do that, we will take 10% of our guys off that, 10% of our guys off that, and 10% of our guys from here. Try and get this out fairly quickly. We will also deploy the points for progress. Excellent, looking good. Then we'll go over here and we will order a Spec 3 Ford power unit. Again, focusing primarily on heat and reliability. And already we've got a pretty solid engine in the works. Again, going to spend all my points on the wet weather tyre. I don't see any reason not to, because we're going to need it. And over here we're going to go for an engine tolerance upgrade on our race fuel. So we're on version 3 of everything. That makes me happy. Let's repair the cars. Obviously Fisico putting some damage on his car, which is unfortunate. We'll repair both cars to fully race-worthy condition. Let's see if there's anything more we can do on the sponsor front. Not really. We set everything up as we wanted it. Right. Anyone else to hire? Did I miss anything? I did not. Although in the design office, I wonder if we can headhunt some people. No. What about in construction? We'll hire a good person, why not? Right, one last save and we will run the race, and I will call it an episode. Just a moment. Okay, we have fancy new technologies. We have the technology. We're going to keep Fisichella and Deniz both on the soft compound. I think that makes sense. Come on, frames. Be cool. Actually, I'm going to put Fisichella on the hard compound just to get a reading on it. Same upgrades will be applied to Deniz. Let's make sure that everyone's got the best of everything. Driver orders remain the same. I don't see any reason to mess with them. We could probably be faster in qualifying. Excuse me. But we make it up. I'm just going to go all out performance attributes, I think. Again, even setup for them. I don't want to write Fisichella off after a single race. I don't think that's cool. Everything else looks good. Let's do the Samba. 25 degrees, very dry, and a strong wind for qualification. Not expecting anything spectacular here, but let's see. Ah, wow, Fisichella out-qualifies Deniz for the second time in a row. Alexander Wurz puts his Ferrari on pole position on a 1:17.231, so it's 2 Ferrari pole positions from 2 rounds. Juan Pablo Montoya qualifies like a dream, second in his Jordan, 1:17.295. Celso Moreira's Ferrari, 1:17.471 for third. And then it's quite a gap back, actually, about 3/10 to Giancarlo Fisichella's Arrows, 4/10 actually. Eddie Irvine's Williams splits the Arrows to take 5th, and Pedro Diniz lines up 6th on a 1:17.936. Maybe we should start to push a little bit more aggressively because it seems our qualifying pace is well off. Tyrrell, Stewart and Prost remain in loser town. The Minardis also dropping back against their pace from the last round. 27 degrees and very dry for race day. It seems the hard compound tyre might be a teensy bit faster, but we'll see. It'll be 2:36 lap stints for one Giancarlo Fisichella. And this is a chance actually to see how fast Deniz truly is. Deniz will be on fresh rubber for each stint, but still pitting twice and running the soft compound tyre. Let's do it. Giancarlo Fisichella takes the win for Arrows on a 1:38.10.051. Juan Pablo Montoya converts an amazing qualification into an amazing race, taking second place for Jordan on a 1:38.45.615. It seems Jordan could once again be our close rivals. I still think that was the most engaging seasons actually of this playthrough were the ones where Jordan and us had that pretty hefty rivalry going on, and Montoya as well delivering some drives way beyond his skill level. Pedro Diniz rounds off the podium on a 1:38.49852. He will have obviously have wanted to take second there, but it seems he just didn't have the pace. Both McLarens make the top 6. David Coulthard leading Mika Hakkinen. And the top 6, the final points paying position, is rounded off by Johnny Newhouse and his Minardi. Again, Minardi showing great race pace, but really poor qualification pace. Fisichella lapped everyone up to and including Mika Hakkinen in 5th, and attrition was, again, a cruel and harsh mistress. I'm not going to bother reading it out because you can hear I'm starting to lose my voice because I've recorded 3 hours of video for you today already, but those are the things on screen. You can see what was what and who did what. In the Drivers' Championship, Pedro Diniz continues to lead. He's got a 4-point lead over teammate Giancarlo Fisichella. I'd love to have another close season between these two. Juan Pablo Montoya and Alexander Wurz tie for 3rd on 6 points apiece. Schumacher and Hakkinen tie for 5th on 4 points apiece. And it's ties all across the board. Arrows dominate again already, 24 points, where 3 teams tie for second place with 7 points apiece, namely Williams, McLaren and Jordan. Ferrari are 5th and Minardi are a very respectable 6th. Good on them indeed. Guys, thanks so much for joining me for some more Grand Prix World Fun Time action special things. You guys take care of yourselves. I'm off for a drink to get my voice back, and then I'm going to record some F1 2016 and some other stuff that you're going to get today and tomorrow. There'll be more Grand Prix World with you tomorrow and all across the weekend. other than that, you guys have a nice beer and take care of yourselves. We will talk again very, very soon. Bye bye now.